Hey, good morning, guys. From Idlewild. I got the mountains in the background here, and the sun's coming up, and it's still pretty early. I had coffee over at this Pure, what is it? Pure Coffee place. It's open at 6 in the morning. It's the only place I could find that was open at 6, and it's kind of chilly out here. So I'm gonna come off the trail for a little while and let my injuries healed. Not really injuries; they're just things that I've had for a long time. Tendonitis in my heels that I get when I do longer hikes and walks. And then I've got my left knee is bothering me quite a bit. When my back went out, it was sort of forcing me to. I was sort of hobbling along. My left hip was sort of locked up, and I was coming down real hard on my left knee and my right foot, and so that just sort of exacerbated my problem areas, and they're really not getting better because the pack is heavy and the terrain is difficult, and so it just makes it difficult when you can't really treat it very well, from the trail. So yeah, I'll come off. I'm getting a ride back home. I only live a couple hours away, so it's not a big deal, and I can come back when I'm ready. Yeah. So I've been talking to a lot of other people who I've been hiking, not with, but near. We camp. There's a group that sort of comes and goes, and we've all sort of camped around each other for the last couple of weeks. And a lot of them, especially the older ones, are doing just section hikes, and I think that maybe that's going to be my limitation at this point. I'm just not as resilient as I was when I was younger, and I've got things that just cause a problem if I don't give them time to heal. So I might be forced to do this in sections, and I was talking to a young couple from Argentina, and we were having coffee over at the Little Bear Hostel, and we were sort of discussing how nice it would be to just do this in short bursts, like do a very intense few days or a week, and then come off the trail and heal up, and then come back and do another section, sort of pick and choose, how and where you want to go, and how to do it, and then you can sort of tailor your pack for the different terrain, because each section, the first 200 miles, I think it's 150 to Idlewild, is sort of a lot of hills and rocky climbs, and obviously not a lot of water, and so it has its own challenges. And then you get towards the desert, that's a little bit different section, and then Big Bear and up through Wrightwood is sort of its own challenge, and obviously the Sierras are a completely different environment, and I've hiked up there a lot as well. Not mostly Yosemite Valley, but some point I want to do the John Muir Trail. But each section is a little bit different challenge, and it'd be nice to be able to just go after it for a week or two, and tailor your pack specifically for that section. When I was planning this, I was sort of trying to incorporate everything, in the event that I was able to do all the way through. So you're sort of planning for desert and for the heat and difficult climbs in the earlier section, and then you think about, well, when I get to Kennedy Meadows, I need some other stuff, and so trying to tailor your pack to be all things is difficult. So I'm going to go through my pack when I get home, and I'll go over all the items that I was carrying and talk about what I thought worked well and what didn't work well, and some changes I'll make. And then when I'm 100% again, I'll start to look at the sections coming up and see if that's going to be doable for me. So so I'll be heading home today, and we'll give it a little time to recover. And there was Yeah, in talking to a lot of the people here, they many of them have done sections of this, like I have. I've done sections of lived in Oregon for 15 years, so I've done a lot of the area up there around the Timberline Lodge and Eagle Creek and Columbia River Gorge, that area. So I've done sections up there, and I've hiked these San Diego hills quite a bit when I was younger, having grown up here. Hiked around Julian and Borrego and Cuyamaca and Big Bear, and I used to go skiing up in Big Bear and Wrightwood over at Mountain High and Snow Summit. And I've been up around Yosemite a lot, and I used to ski at Mammoth. We used to go to the trade show up there when I worked at a ski shop, and the owner would take us up for the trade fair. We could try out all the new skis. I remember trying out one of the original, they weren't called snowboards yet, it was before snowboards even. They called it a mono ski, and I was one of the people that got to try that out. But it was weird, they had the bindings it sort of mounted the way regular skis are, so you're facing forward, and it was the most awkward thing because it forced you to put your weight on the uphill ski as you went into your turns because the way the board sat. And then within a few years they came out with the snowboard, and that sort of changed everything. But yeah, back in the 80s, used to go up to Mammoth and do that, in June Lake and all that area. So anyway, I've sort of been around these areas, but through hiking it, where you're living out of a pack for an extended period, is very difficult, and I'm just not as resilient as I used to be when I was younger. So it'll be good to get a little time off and let the couple of injuries heal. I'm sort of not too bad this morning, but I can feel it in my left knee. It feels like there's a rock in there or something. But and then my right heel is feeling pretty strained. So anyway, so that's it from Idlewild, and hopefully I'll be back on the trail soon. And in the meantime, I'll put together a video reviewing all my gear and talk about that. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.